All right, let's go. 5 a.m. PSA to everyone. There's going to be a strongly worded letter written to those who take a 5 a.m. slot. I'm recording this, and then don't show up for class because there's people out there in the parking lot like banging on the door, and I can't let them in legally. Well, there's not really people banging on the door, but please, if you sign up for a slot, show up. All right, let's go. We got a fun, multifaceted pressing workout today, and then some Olympic practice, some clean practice, all right? So we'll start here, 4 rounds, 8 push presses with a 5-second eccentric, and the other note that I wrote was a soft contact with the shoulders. And the point of that is that the leverage of your muscles over your bar changes as you go through the range of motion. In other words, it's pretty easy to hold a heavy weight up top, and then the closer you get to your shoulders, it gets harder and harder just because of the changing in leverage as your arms move through that range of motion. So in order to get past or get strength in that sticking point, which is usually about right here, I want to think about on that 5-second eccentric, that is, if the bar was being tracked in terms of speed, it would be exactly the same speed all the way to soft contact with my shoulders. And then I can jump it back up and just make sure it's not like slow up here and I'm taking like 4 seconds down to right here and then slam to my shoulders. Does that make sense? So constant speed on the way down, soft contact with the shoulders. If I was gonna give you a percentage, I'd say like 60% of your shoulder press max. Because most people don't know their push press max, so we just use shoulder press because that's the one number we know. And so it's a little bit heavier on the percentage basis because you have the push, the dip drive press of the legs to get it up to the lockout position. All right, then we're gonna do a single arm bottoms up press from the split position. So the split position is as if I went into a perfect lunge and then I just popped up a little bit, okay? So I'm stabilizing in this position and I'm pressing with the same arm of the leg that is behind me, right? And when I switch arms, I will also switch legs, okay? So that's our split position lunge, or split position bottoms up press. Then push-ups. For the push-ups, I want you to set up 2 resistances, an easy resistance and then a standard resistance. So let's say if your standard resistance is an elevated bar like this, I want you to make it even easier than that, right? So if that's my standard one, then I just go like 4 dots up. Sorry. And I know this is gonna be like some jimmying around with it, but that's how we have to accommodate it, and there's a purpose behind it. But so I'm gonna start off with my standard one. I'm gonna go as many reps as I can in 20 seconds, switch to my easy one, as many reps as I can in 40 seconds, okay? Then after you're done with that, you should be really you should feel full of blood. Your arms should be like tight, right? This is the pump that we all chase, right? Yeah, too, you were talking about that with your legs the other day. We want to get it on the arms today. And then we'll rest the recovery. Yep. All right, when we finish all the strength work, we're gonna get to the clean practice. I want to give you a couple minutes just to practice the movement, get a few weights out, and then this is on an 8-minute clock, 3, 2, 1, go. 4 sets of 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the 4 sets of 5, you can kind of drift around the same weight, but as we go into the 4, 3, 2, 1, I want you to try to add weights. Again, doesn't need to be a 1 rep max, just a heavy single, just 1 heavy rep. So don't worry about breaking any records today, just try to progressively go a little bit heavier, and stay on that 1-minute clock, okay? All right, for the warm-up, 12 calorie row. The rowers have been generously assigned to you by Audrey. Set this up last night and she goes, do you think it's too much? I'm like, are you kidding me? I think this is too much? All right. 6 reps on each leg, or 6 reps on each arm of a bottoms up clean and press. So on that one, we're gonna start from inside the hip right here, and I'm going to clean to the shoulders and then strict press, and then return to the hip. Clean and strict press. And notice that the whole point of this is that the kettlebell is facing upward, the lightweight in the 15 to 25 pounds for that. 8 ring rows, you should have rings all around your stations, and then 5 reps of a push-up to down dog, nice and slow. Right here, get a good stretch on the down dog part. Just try to press forward to the ground, like you're stretching the ground away from your feet, pushing your ears through your arms. And this is, let's do that 2 rounds through. Let's go.
Kettlebells, which